I just want to say that you're denying the independence of the governor to saying that he doesn't have to be able to...
Which was nice 150 years ago.
Well, no. I mean, he doesn't have the right to debate on the stage. Let's go. I think you should resign.
Okay, cool.
I really do. I think that not allowing another party other than the two-spectrum politics that you guys have been basically talking about all night, and not allowing another third party or anybody with another opinion outside them, now you don't have an opinion, in my opinion, or your opinion's irrelevant on what you have to say, and I think that you should resign, like, immediately from the projo, from denying anyone that right to run for office, and that's really, you're giving a platform, and you're not providing it for...
How am I denying him the right to run for office? Where has he been to issue an opinion except to demand a place on my stage?
I think it's his right to demand on your stage.
He held an open campaign kickoff event, and we covered it. And then he disappeared. He hasn't said a word.
So he hasn't contacted you back. Did he ever contact you to get on that stage?
No.
You knew he existed, right? As an independent?
Sure.
And he's on the ballot, you knew that?
Sure.
So why wouldn't you want him on the stage?
I think I've explained that tonight.
I think he needs to resign. He needs to resign.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your point of view.
And the real polarization of America is those who vote and those who don't vote. And the people that don't vote are much greater than the ones that vote.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Well, of eligible voters,
yes,
people who are old enough to vote, 60% voted in the last presidential
eligible
election.
voters. So now you're talking about those
not
who have
children,
been...
not
children, but those who have criminally convicted. So the ones that are creating the laws and saying that you can't vote anymore because you are a criminal, now it's...
That's not true in this state. Once you've finished your sentence in this state, your right to vote is restored automatically.
But do you see why it's an incentive for them to criminalize more people so that they don't have a vote?
I think
the 13th Amendment is totally wrong too when it comes to that. If the only way you can become a slave is you do criminal activity, right? Do you know this?
Yes.
That's totally wrong. That gives incentive for them to create more criminals so they have more slaves.
And where are these slaves exactly?
We're all slaves. If you're in the prison system, you're a slave. If you're living off the system, you're a slave. Okay. If you, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you're paying taxes, you're a slave. What percentage of your taxes ends up being not slavery? If it's 100%, you're a slave, right?
We elect the people who set the tax burden. We choose. We could choose candidates who don't
Only
want
a few choose. So a few oppress the many.
Well, then the others should vote.
No. I think the ideology of voting is the oppression. Because it's two wolves and a sheep. No, it's not. Two wolves and a sheep voting what's for dinner. That's what voting is. That's a democracy.
And your system then would be what?
Individuality, and that we should all represent ourselves and not fall to larger groups to have forced opinions onto our ideology. So, like the whole lever thing we used to have, but now it's the same thing. That ideology is still there. You go and vote all Democrat or you go vote all Republican. I say, don't vote. Live your life free. And don't let other people oppress you.
Complain about how the decisions are made. Complain about what the laws are. Complain about the taxes.
I constantly do, but you know what?
I'm not going to do anything about it.
No. I do. I talk about it constantly. Civil discourse. And I think
that's good.
And I'm letting you know that the idea of voting is oppression. So I'm asking you to never vote again and not promote it in your newspaper.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You don't get to do. Don't get people with those opposing views to really get an idea of, what do we agree on.